good evening, and as Kevin said, I am going to be sharing a piece with you that integrates my instrument, the flute, with technology. And as he mentioned, the composer is Russell Pinkston. He's the director of the Electronic Music Studios at the University of Texas at Austin. And the piece is Lizamander. It's for flute and a software program called Max MSP. So Max is a very versatile software platform, and it's used by composers, artists, video designers, and installation artists in a variety of artistic media in order to create works which react to performers in real time during concert or performance settings. Lizamander was actually the first piece I ever performed utilizing this technology, and I fell in love with this uniquely collaborative language between flute and computer. I think that you're going to really enjoy these aspects of the piece as well, and for that reason I'm going to take you behind the scenes of Lizamander before I play the entire work for you. So the first component of the piece is Russell's beautifully virtuosic flute writing, which really sets up a very magical soundscape in which the protagonist flutist explores a new artistic world. So this is the way the piece begins in the flute line. Writing, but using the signals from this microphone, which is attached to my head joint, the program Max is going to wait for me to play certain pitches and then capture them to create an accompaniment for me in real time based on the instructions which Russell has coded into the patch. So I'm going to play the opening again for you, and now you'll be able to hear the computer capture and process two distinct pitches, transposing them to different octaves and altering their duration into a series of background rhythms. So pretty cool, huh? Another way that Russell has coded Lizamander to respond to the player during performances is through the use of a MIDI foot pedal. So if you're in the front or if you're up high, you'll notice that in this next section I'm going to hit this MIDI foot pedal on my right in order to capture the dynamic peak of each phrase, and that will make a pre-programmed sound file play, and it'll respond to me just like a live chamber music collaborator might respond to a cue from my head or eyes during performance. So I'm going to play the flute part alone again because it uses extended techniques, which is an alternative method of making sounds on my instrument, and that creates an aural experience which blurs the difference between the instrumental world and the world of the electronics which Russell has created. So here's the flute line of this section. Kind of different, right? Flute as you've not heard it before. So if you can see, feel free to watch my foot as I hit the MIDI pedal at each crescendo in this next section while I play with electronics to have the computer continue the phrase from human to machine. Begin, right? Now the last section I'm going to demonstrate for you takes that concept one big step further, and it's my favorite trick in Max's toolbox. So first listen to this beautifully soaring lyrical line which Russell writes at the golden section of Lizamander. number of flutists in the room to multiply. Using Max's super fast response time, the patch is going to take each note I play into my head joint microphone and modulate it to a predisposed compatible harmony so that I can play a duet with myself in real time, matching phrase inflection in a way that's only possible through the miracle of software. So pretty neat, huh? This really is chamber music for flute and computer. And now I'm sure you can see why I love Lizamander so much, having heard some of the secrets of Max MSP. I adore working with electronics. It's one of the primary things I do, and I especially love live processed electroacoustics like this for this exact reason. You have to remember, though, when being a listener to this sort of music, what the Wizard of Oz taught us. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Right? The true magic of Russell's piece is not all the technological wizardry I just showed you, but the fact that his aesthetic blend of the flute and electronics creates this magical world more colorful and more wonderful than either could create on their own. So I hope that you enjoy this magical journey into the world of Russell Pinkston's Lizamander.